Greetings, folks, and welcome to Command Modern Operations. I'm Ebereg, and this is the reinforcement scenario. Basically, there's civil war in the Philippines, there's commies involved, US doesn't want commies involved, so US is sending support to fight the commies. Classic Cold War shit. Okay. Tautog, a Sturgeon-class nuclear-powered submarine, is on an intelligence gathering mission and has reported a Soviet buildup of submarines in the South China Sea. With this information, CINCPAC has reinforced NASQ by Point with an additional squadron of P-3 Orions. The 31st MAU has been redeployed from the Indian Ocean and are now en route through the South China Sea. U.S. destroyers and frigates have been formed into ASW Hunter-Killer groups to clear a path for Task Group 76.4. A number of aircraft from the 3rd and 90th Tactical Fighter Squadrons have been redeployed to Guam. Okay, so the 31st MAU embarked in Task Group 76.4 is to transit at high speed to Subic Bay LZ. Air assets at NASQ by Point are to provide ASW and maritime surveillance in all areas. 3rd and 90th Tactical Fighter Squadron are to provide cap and strike as required. Vietnam and Soviet forces are not to be engaged unless they fire first. So yeah, Vietnam and the Soviet Union are getting involved. We don't want them to get involved, but they're going to get involved anyways. So we have Task Group 76.4 centered around the USS Tarawa, as well as Task Group 70.4, which has the Agerholm, the Basel, and the Morton, as well as a few submarines, such as the Tautog, the Sea Dragon, and the Gudgeon. We also have some P-3 Orions and some F-4 Phantoms. The Vietnamese have a number of ex-USN vessels known to be in the vicinity of Task Group 76.4. VNAF are known to have a number of MiG-21 and Su-20s based at Nha Trang Air Base, rolled in strike and fighter configurations. So a Soviet task group remains unlocated after a port visit to Vietnam. Also reported are a number of SSNs and SSKs. Also remain undetected in the South China Sea. The Soviet air base at Cam Ranh has a number of May ASW and Su-17 fitter strike aircraft. Command and control on the Tarawa, limited transmission on all sensors. Let's do this. So this is a fairly long scenario, so I am going to set a timer. And first things first, we're going to get Task Group 76.4 to turn on its radars and its sonars. I know this is fairly risky, but I don't like going without radar coverage. So first things first, let's add a new mission here. Call it Large Sub Hunt. It's an ASW patrol. Don't investigate unknown contacts outside patrol area or within weapon range. Don't really care about aircraft since there aren't going to be any patrolling. And let's get Task Group 70.5 as well as the Gudgeon, the Sea Dragon, and the Tautog assigned to it. Go to the mission doctrine. Do not fire on all subsurface contacts. Aircon settings, radar passive. But let's go to Task Group 70.5 and tell them to turn on their sonars. So next, actually, let's go to Task Group 76.4 and go to the formation editor. So the Benjamin Stoddard has some pretty good anti-aircraft capabilities, but it's kind of out of position, so let's put it here instead. Let's also put the hull here and the O'Brien here. Let's go to Task Group 76.4, tell them to go at 20 knots, since that's the top speed of the slowest shipment in the formation. So let's go to Define Area Circle. And this looks good enough. Telepoints to be relative fixed bearing to Task Group 76.4. Add new mission. Sub Hunt. It's an ASW patrol. 1/3 rule, don't investigate unknown contacts outside the patrol area or within weapons range. And add all the P3C Orions and all the P3B Orions with an anti-submarine loadout. So let's go to the mission doctrine. Don't fire on subsurface contacts. MCON is radar active, sonar active. Okay. Next thing we gotta do is set up a mission round about here. Add a new mission, call it Fighter Suite Philippines. It's an anti-aircraft warfare patrol, and add all the Phantoms armed with their superiority loadouts to it. Don't investigate unknown contacts outside patrol area or within weapons range. Let's go to the mission doctrine and tell them to only fire one AIM-7F Sparrow at... No, wait. Actually, let's go to the side doctrine and tell them to only fire one AIM-7F Sparrow at each target. We're gonna need that later on. We're probably gonna unassign some of these guys from the mission. Oh, and tell these guys to get a heavy loadout. We don't need light loadouts, they're just worthless. And also do it with these guys. We're not going to do it with these guys since they're going to be the ones to launch. Notice we have some Phantoms armed with dumb bombs and Mavericks, as well as some armed with anti-radiation missiles. Let's go to Task Group 76.4, look at the aircraft. Okay, arm these Hueys with Hydras, and arm these Sea Cobras with tows. We don't need to do anything with the carriers. I'm not going to assign them on the captain. I know this is a little uncharacteristic, but they don't have a lot of fuel, and we're only going to be getting intermittent attacks. So let's define another area around about here. Looks good. Move this reference point up to here. Add new mission, call it Search the AO. It's a anti-surface warfare patrol, naval, and add the rest of the P3 Orions to it. Don't investigate unknown contacts outside the patrol area or within weapon range, and do not engage hostile contacts. Also, tight on subsurface contacts. Radar active. Okay, so let's unpause time and see what happens. Okay, we've got a Soviet male and for us. We'll not attack it. In fact, probably not going to attack any of them until it's far too late for any sort of strikes. Okay, we've got these skunk contacts around. I'm pretty sure they're Vietnamese. Okay, so we've got a Vietnamese strike incoming. Let's send some Harriers to intercept it. Okay, move them over here. Actually, I'm gonna want to check out these ships. I know they're Vietnamese, just not allowed to fire on them yet, so launch these Sea Cobras. Okay, so these fish beds have peeled off. Let's get these Harriers to move over here. Really uncomfortable that they haven't fired yet. Okay. What the? Ah, shit. Shit, we got another strike incoming. Don't fire until fired upon. Okay. They fired on us, now let's fire it on them. Okay, so this guy's returning to base since he's damaged. And, shit, okay, turn this guy around, bring him down to a hover, and allocate a tow to this guy. Move this guy here, then here. Move this guy here. Okay, one of the tows hit. So let's launch another tow. And another one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this guy is out of targets. Let's get him to attack these bogies. Unless he's attacking this bogey. Okay, get him to drop all targets and attack these bogies. Alright, the last tow. Then depath them. Undo the manual overrides, get him to attack this guy and allocate all of his hydras to it. Okay, and go to cast group 76.4. This guy and allocate a harpoon from the O'Brien. Actually, let's go to unit view, detach this guy, and get him to return to base. Get this guy to engage offensive. Actually, let's look at this guy. Yeah, he has rails with a range of 2 nautical miles. What's the range of the tow again? 2 nautical miles. So let's get this guy to return to base and just launch a harpoon at this guy. Okay, this fitter is coming in. I don't think it's going to end well for him. And the harpoon targeted at this guy has malfunctioned, so let's just fire another one. hell happened? Shit. Okay. Another harpoon. Not getting lucky with the harpoons here. This guy is moving in. Again? Shit. Okay, let's see if we can target this fitter. We can. Our two SM1s. Okay, this guy is in trouble. Let's get him to engage these guys. And there's time, but we're not quite done yet. Let's wait until this attack is over. Why aren't you firing on this guy automatically? Okay, so now that guy's taken out. Okay, let's mark this guy as these guys as hostile. What the hell? Okay, that's it. I'm done with harpoons. Let's launch these guys with hydras. And move him over here to attack this guy. At least that harpoon worked. Uh-oh. This MiG-21 is engaging this Harrier. So let's get him to engage back. And the MiG-21 is entering a turn fight, which is incredibly stupid. And let's get this Harrier to return to base. Now the MiG-21 is damaged. Okay. Oh, the MiG-21 is down. Okay. So, and the Benjamin started is targeting these guys automatically. And bammo, they're all down. So, while we're at it, let's, Let's get this guy to move up here at max altitude cruise speed. Actually, let's wait until we launch rockets at these guys and then end recording. And that guy's down. So, yeah. That's it for now, folks. This is Everegg. I'll see you next time.